Nobody wants to tell you this, but your own adult children could be conspiring behind your back as we speak. And most seniors after 70 have no idea how deep this betrayal can run. Today, I'm going to lay out 6 brutal secrets your kids may be keeping from you right now. Secrets that could turn your world upside down if you're not prepared. I know this may be uncomfortable, and yes, it might even feel like a punch in the gut. But it's time someone told you the ugly truth. So buckle up, because this is about to get real. First, let's get it out in the open. Families aren't always the warm, supportive units you'd hope for in your golden years. Sometimes the very people you trust the most can become dangerously silent about critical decisions, especially when it comes to money, power, and control over your future. I'm here to rip off the polite mask and make you face this head on, because you deserve to know what's really going on. After all, these 6 secrets might just save you from heartbreak, financial ruin, or the slow erosion of your independence. The first brutal secret is that they might be discussing moving you into a care facility or nursing home long before you're actually ready to give up your independence. While you're sitting there thinking your health issues are manageable, they may view you as a burden that's interfering with their busy lives. They could be casually meeting for coffee, hashing out who's going to foot the bill and which facility is cheapest, all without asking you a single thing about your preferences or whether you even want to leave your home. Now, the most powerful step you can take is to have an open and bold conversation with them yourself. Lay out your long-term wishes in writing, consult an attorney if you need to, and make sure they know that your preference is to remain as independent as possible for as long as you can. This is your life, not a negotiation to be rushed through when you're not even in the room. If you've already experienced something like this, drop a comment that says, "Hard truth," below. The second secret is far more subtle. Your adult children might be quietly jockeying for control of your finances. This can start off innocently enough. Maybe they offer to pay a bill for you, or they ask a few harmless questions about your bank accounts. But watch closely, because if your children are discussing amongst themselves who gets access to your funds, or if they're claiming you're too forgetful to handle your own money, you could be teetering on the edge of financial exploitation. Yes, it sounds harsh, but I've seen it happen time and again. The best defense here is knowledge. Make sure you have a clear power of attorney set up so there are no shady power grabs. If you choose one child to handle finances, put checks and balances in place. That might mean scheduled reviews of spending or an outside party who can oversee any major withdrawals. Arm yourself with the facts. This is not just about protecting money, it's about safeguarding your dignity and independence. And trust me, no one is going to do that for you if you don't do it yourself. If you're worried about this, hit that like button and let's see how many people are in the same boat. Our third secret, your adult children may be downplaying serious health concerns or, worse, intentionally withholding important health information because they're afraid to upset you or be burdened by yet another of your so-called problems. That's right, they might actually get updates from your doctor or notice signs of decline in you before you even realize it. And they choose to keep it hush-hush, preferring to wait and see if you deteriorate on your own. This is not only upsetting, it's downright dangerous. You have the right to know exactly what's going on with your body and mind, even if they think it will worry you. The solution? Cut out the middleman. Speak directly to your healthcare providers and insist on receiving all test results, all medical information, and updates about your condition personally. Request that your doctor copy you on all communications. Don't rely on your children to pass along the critical details. While a caring family might try to spare you worry, it's your life and you deserve full disclosure, even if the news is scary. If you suspect they've hidden health information from you, or you've been left in the dark, let me know in the comments by saying, "Josh, your hard truth," because this is serious business. Now for the fourth secret, your adult children might already be discussing how to handle your estate or belongings as if you were gone, taking mental inventory of your assets, your valuables, and even your treasured personal items. This can be deeply hurtful. Imagine your family members dividing up your keepsakes while you're still alive and well, but it happens more often than anyone wants to admit. They might say, "Mom said I could have her jewelry," or "Dad wanted me to look after the house." But did you actually say that, or is that just something they're telling themselves? Even if they mean well, this behind-the-scenes asset countdown can feel like they're just waiting for you to leave the stage. To address this, get all your major assets in a legally recognized will or trust, and make sure you articulate precisely what goes to whom and when. Then communicate that while you're alive, you have the final say on what happens to your possessions. You might also consider distributing certain cherished items now, if you'd prefer to see them enjoyed while you're still here. This can create clarity and reduce the secrecy that might swirl around your belongings. Because let's face it, you've worked hard for the things you own, and the last thing you want is for them to become the center of silent family feuds. If you faced any of that, let me know by posting "Chock a hard truth" in the comments. The fifth secret is that your children may be pretending to understand your day-to-day challenges, but are secretly out of touch with your actual needs. They might make superficial gestures, dropping off groceries occasionally or calling you once a week, while never truly grasping the fears that keep you up at night. Fears like losing your mobility, struggling with bills, or simply having no one to talk to in the evenings. Why is this so bad? Because their ignorance leaves you vulnerable. If they don't realize that you're having trouble walking up the stairs, they won't install that stair lift or help you downsize to a safer home. If they don't realize your fixed income is drying up sooner each month, they might assume you're fine when you're really not. And if they think your biggest fear is being alone for a weekend, they might not notice that you're actually worried about a slip in your memory. The key is honest communication. Tell them your biggest worries directly and don't wait for them to ask. Demand that they listen. You might be used to putting on a brave face, but if you keep silent, they'll go on believing everything is sunshine and rainbows. So open up. This is your life, and you deserve to have a real conversation about it. If you've seen this disconnect firsthand, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment reading "Wash Hard Truth," because someone else out there needs to hear your story too. Finally, the sixth and perhaps most heartbreaking secret: your children might be meeting up or talking regularly in a secret chat or text thread to discuss your future without inviting you into the conversation. Whether they're deciding how soon to sell your house or who will take on the burden of your care, these hidden communications can leave you feeling powerless and out of control. You're the one at the center of these discussions, yet you can be the very person least informed about the decisions they're making. Doesn't that just feel like a punch to the gut? How do you fight back? Call it out when you suspect it. Ask them directly if they have group texts or ongoing meetings about your situation, and let them know that you refuse to be excluded. Insist that any major plans about your living situation, healthcare, or finances be laid out in front of you, in plain language, so you can share your perspective. You might be older, but you're not invisible, and you certainly deserve more respect than hush-hush group chats. If you feel like someone is making decisions on your behalf without your knowledge, say "hard truth" in the comments, and let's bring this issue into the open. Before we wrap up, let's recap the 6 secrets. 1. They're discussing putting you into a facility behind your back. 2. They're maneuvering for control of your finances. 3. They're withholding serious health information from you. 4. They're quietly deciding what happens to your assets while you're still here. 5. They're out of touch with what you really need, even though they pretend to understand. 6. They're having secret discussions about your future without including you. These are not comfortable realities to face, but ignoring them doesn't make them go away. So what can you do about it? The answer is to take charge of your own life like you never have before. That means drawing up legally valid documents, having direct conversations with your doctors, setting boundaries with your children, and demanding clarity in every major decision. This is your life, your body, and your money. Don't let anyone, even those who share your blood, push you out of the conversation. If you appreciate having these unfiltered talks about real issues that matter, smash that subscribe button right now. Share this video with a friend who needs a good hard dose of honesty. And as always, drop a brushy hard truth comment if you're already living through one of these painful realities. Remember, staying silent only gives others the power to decide your fate. So speak up now and fight for the respect and independence you deserve.